So the dipshits argued, acquired a ladder, and found a warehouse. Incredible. We're very impressed.
Honestly, they did a pretty alright job. They're only level 1 right now. Cut them a break. Look, they're still learning, okay?
Are they really?
No, but we're not going to cover that at the moment. Let's say the line instead, huh?
Welcome to the High End Low Whiz podcast. The smartest people you've ever met are the dumbest people you've ever known. And they really are.
Hey everyone, just a quick programming note. As discussed in more detail at the beginning of episode 2, we at High End Low Whiz condemn sexual assault, and we will be switching systems from Dungeon World to Quest World at the end of the first story arc, so the beginning of the second story arc. Thank you for sticking with us during this transition, and we can't wait to jump into the new rule set with y'all. Hi-lo everyone, and welcome back to the High End Low Whiz podcast, where we're all a little thick of brain and dumb of ass. I am Nick Davis, they, them pronouns, the game master of this program, and with me, as always, are my various complications. Can we all go around and introduce ourselves, please?
Hi, I'm Alice, she, her. I play Lorelei Nix, the bunny folk monster hunter.
I'm Mike Sayre, he, him, and I play Taku, the gator-born shaman.
I'm Dean Howe, he, him, and I play Rosmo Kilcarian, the dwarf turncloak.
I'm Anna, they, them, and I play Daphne Cinderhoof, the satyr arsonist.
Hi, I'm Benny Arndt, he, him. I'll be playing Emish Eamon Hornigold, the quarter leprechaun Olympian.
All right, intros out of the way, let's get into a little recap on our last session. In the last episode, Taku, Daphne, and Lorelei started planning to implement Operation Freaky Friday. You guys figured out what components you needed to cast the spell. You have your list. You know what you're doing with that. Lorelei and Daphne found an empty storage space that they could use to perform the actual Freaky Friday ritual. While they were doing the initial research, Rosmo and Emish started planning out what to do in case the Freaky Friday plan was going to go a little sideways and we needed to murder instead. At this point, Rosmo and Emish are going with Taku. They've completed Operation Window Lies. You guys have everything that you need to try and climb up the side of the building and lie your way through, saying that you're there for repairs. And this is all on Taku's insistence that that's going to just work. So let's pick up there.
It needs to work. Cool.
It needs to
All
work.
Right. This just needs to work long enough for us to get to the window, grab the guy, and run away.
It's not that it just needs to work, it's that it will work.
Yeah. Positive attitude and all that.
I mean, I, the player, trust Taku implicitly.
He's never done anything wrong in his whole life. So,
I feel like this is not going to go exactly right, but we've got to give it a go, right?
All right, we'll put you on top of the ladder, and then we will just push the ladder to the window, and then you're already there. You don't even have to climb it.
That's a perfect beginning. I like it.
So you guys have the ladder. You are in the alley where Rosmo and Lorelei snuck their way past previously. Are you trying to just line the ladder up with the window, put Emish on top of it, have him hop in, grab a dipshit, and get out? Is that the plan?
Hopefully.
Yeah, so I think I'm on one end. I'm on the top end of the ladder, and they're just going to raise it up, and I'm instantly there.
You ever see that bit in Helm's Deep with Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, exactly.
You're doing it like a siege
the little
ladder.
Uruk-hai. Yeah.
You're doing it like a siege
up there,
ladder.
waving his hand and sword around, going yeah, we're gonna invade, kill the humans. Woo!
I can't believe it only took 7 episodes for Dean to work in his first Lord of the Rings reference.
I love that.
Well,
It's great.
maybe not only 7 episodes. I'm impressed that you lasted this long.
I'm showing restraint.
What I love is that the earliest maneuver in this deception is going to be handled by the character with the -3 charisma, because I'm probably going to be the first one to talk to anybody.
If you're talking, you've already made a mistake, right? So here is a burlap sack. This is the only tool you need. You can get up on the end of the ladder. We're going to run with the ladder at an angle, so it's going to come to a stop resting against the window we busted out. You will go through the window. You will throw the burlap sack over Jasper's head. You will slap him repeatedly until he does not know what is going on. By this point in time, Rosmo and I will have made our way up the ladder. We will grab Jasper. We will egress back down the ladder, and then we will run to our meeting spot with Daphne. The more we try to complicate this, the more opportunities we create for things to go wrong.
No,
so we're gonna
Taco,
keep
you
it
are absolutely
smooth and
beautiful
simple.
right now. When you initially expressed this plan, I none of that was clear. But now I am 100% on board. No doubt. I'm gonna fly through that window. I've got my sack. It's gonna go right over his feckin' head.
What if he's not in there?
There's literally only like 3 steps to this plan. It cannot possibly go wrong.
Simplicity is best.
Absolutely.
Okay, so here's how I want this to play. If you guys, so if you're legitimately going to try and use this like a siege ladder, if you're going to load Emish onto the ladder, walk it into the alley, just lean it up against the building and have him hop in, then you guys climb up, because that's what I'm hearing and I fucking love it. I am gonna need, I think I want to call it a dexterity check, from a combination of Rosmo and Taku. I want each of you to roll. I want you to roll 2d6 and take the better of the d6 between the two of you.
I got this.
So, Dean, your best d6, Mike, your best d6, and we will come up with a solution with those 2d6.
Ooh,
How
fun. I
this
like
goes
this.
for Emish, who is at the top of the ladder.
So I'm rolling 2. I'm taking the highest and adding my dex.
Bingo.
This will be so easy because I don't have anything I need to add to the dice.
Yes, just flat roll. You're good.
That's not how this works.
This is how we kill Emish.
No.
What?
I got a 7.
7?
Yes, total.
So you only need a 5 to make that a full a total, 100% boxcar's success.
I rolled 5 and a 1, and I will take the 5.
Booyah.
Holy shit.
Rolling hot.
You two can eat my entire ass with that. That is bullshit. That is so
Don't
good.
threaten me with a good time.
I'm so worried about what this continual success, the effect it is having upon Taku. I am frightened, but also excited.
We are elite kidnappers. We are professionals.
You are something. Okay, so you guys kind of lay the ladder down on the ground, and you get it into a position where Emish is able to just grab the top rung, and then between the two of you, you just stand it straight upright, and you just kind of start walking into the alley. The guard that you bluffed your way past on the way in previously, Rosmo, is in the alley there watching with Lorelai's ascot, her bandana, bolo tie, around his neck.
I forgot about him.
You did.
I did too.
Rosmo puts his hat a little low on his face.
I got
not
this.
making eye
Fully
contact.
accounted for. Cover your face, Rosmo. I got this. The very moment that the guard looks like he's going to respond to us, Kaku, in his best Cockney accent, is going to go, "Window repair, Gov."
Didn't realize we had Dick Van Dyke in the house.
With the success on getting Emish up the ladder and getting the ladder into place, that complication won't come to play yet. So you guys get the ladder set down, and it's Emish, as it starts to tip forward, you can see the broken shards of windowsill. You can see the office still full of popcorn. You can see the cleaning staff in there. Are you just gonna use it as a siege ladder and just bail into the office?
So I don't see our target. I don't see Jasper.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah, I think I still just barrel in.
Is he like Scrooge McDucking through the popcorn?
Nickelodeon game show. He's just digging through the popcorn.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
A
full
little shark going through the popcorn.
it's a full
Yes.
room of
Mohawk?
popcorn, and so I'm going stealthy.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
A stealth leprechaun.
With an orange mohawk.
But I mean, it's popcorn ribs high on a human, so there's no way he'd be detected in there.
I'm shy of 2 feet, and if anything pops up, it's going to be just the mohawk, which looks like a popcorn shark, which is terrifying, and is going to get rid of the cleaning staff.
And nobody will ever notice the popcorn just moving and shifting in a general direction.
Not at
Or
all.
the sound of somebody moving through popcorn is very quiet, I'm sure.
That's auditory hell.
I'm like a little kid in the ball pit at a fucking Chuck E. Cheese. Like, there's no way I'm getting
That
caught.
ball pit is not sanitary.
Little kid in the ball pit versus Scrooge McDuck. Fight.
Ooh.
Little kid, easy, feral.
No, Scrooge has way more practice. He does that shit every
And
day.
he's throwing gold, not balls.
He's old. He's got weak
All right,
knees.
I need a luck check from the party on this, and I have two ways that I could run this. One of them is considerably more stupid than the other.
That one.
One is leaving this entirely up to Emish. The other one is that I'm going to have 1d6 from
One is
each.
dumb.
I would actually like to. You may remember it's been a little bit, but I talked to you about the was it the Devil's Bargain
The
where
Devil's
guaranteed.
Deal?
Yeah.
where we
Devil's
just
Deal.
get a
Um,
free success and then you get to fuck us whenever you want at some later point in time.
Absolutely, yeah.
No.
Do we?
No.
Do you want to use that
I
right
would like
now?
To invoke that at the start?
No.
Do it. Do it, you
don't save
coward.
it for later. We might not live for later. The time
We have a
spend
big
it-
decision coming up that we can get fucked on. Why would you
Well,
give them that ammo right now?
Well, because
It'll be
if things
funnier.
go bad at the
Deadlier.
ceremony, then I just give up on my attempt to be the group conscious, know that I did everything I could, and we put 2 in the back of Jasper's head. This is the time to claim our automatic success.
Lorelai greatly approves.
And to be clear, if you're taking advantage of this, they can only use it against you, correct? Like, you can't pull it out against like any of us, or is it specific to who used it?
He's using it for a full party success, though. He's not using it for himself. So I think they can use it on any of us.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he's not
I don't
using it
think
for
you get to
himself.
make this decision alone. Then
Yeah.
I say we would need at least 3 yays to
Yay.
make that a
Yay.
So that's 2 yays.
well, let's make it unanimous. Why not?
Wow.
Or close
No,
enough.
that's
It's- Oh wait, never mind. Emish sides with Daphne, but we still
Okay,
lose.
if we're doing the devil's deal for this, are we sure that this is the devil's deal we want for the luck check?
No.
No, this is a
No.
bad idea.
Yeah,
I
he's
want
gonna
to do
walk in to check on that
No.
cleaning crew right as Emish tucks down into the popcorn. That'll be the moment that Jasper walks in the door to be like, "You guys got the popcorn cleaned up yet?" Because that's all we need. That's the only thing we need luck. The rest of this will be handled by meticulous planning and moonlight.
That sounds right to me.
There's not a meticulous
So
plan.
you're gonna pass this entire episode without doing a single dice roll. Okay, got
Is
it.
that a challenge?
Yes.
That was a threat.
All right, so here we go. If you guys are using the devil's deal for this is how this plays out. The ladder makes contact with the side of the building. Emish, you tumble soundlessly off the ladder into the popcorn. You look a little bit to your right as you are tumbling into the popcorn, and you see one of the bookcases in the back of the office slides down just a little bit, and Dipshit climbs out from there, from the secret tunnel that he had hid in after you guys had tried to assassinate him previously. There was a whole dungeon hidden here, and you guys have bypassed all of it.
This was an excellent use of the Faustian
An
bargain. Yeah.
insane plan.
You're welcome.
You see that he is, in fact, in the office. You know exactly where he is. You are currently a popcorn shark with a burlap sack. Are you waiting for Rosmo and Taku, or are you just going to try and bag that guy?
I mean, I think I gotta try and bag him while it's convenient, right?
Okay. I want this to be a defy danger roll, but I want you to tell me how you're doing it.
Okay. I mean, so I've with the devil's deal here. I've already got the drop on him, so I'm gonna be able to get right up next to him and just become a flurry of popcorn and quarter leprechaun.
Yep.
So yeah, I think
Leprechaun?
it's
Leprechaun.
Leprechaun.
leprechaun. Somebody had to say it.
Yeah.
I wish it was me, but I'm glad it was you.
That was what Jesus was friends with, right? The leprechauns?
Go to jail.
This group is so amazing. I love the way we just pop off like this.
Aww.
So yeah, I think you just see the like the coxcomb mohawk like pop up out of the popcorn and just dun and move towards Jasper, and then it's the full on like older brother scare you from around the corner in the hallway kind of thing, where he just leaps out full on, all limbs spread, and tries to encapsulate just
Like a
Jasper's
face
head.
hugger?
Yeah, what else could he be?
Here's the thing. If you've ever been taken down in any type of fight, one of the worst things that can happen is that they get hold of just your head. Because where the head goes, the rest of the body
Has to follow.
follows.
That sounds like you're trying to pull for a strength roll on that. Is that right?
I'm so comfortable with
Roll
that.
them bones, baby.
I'm going blood dice.
Strength feels good.
Strength feels right for that.
That is a modified 10. 8 natural plus
That is a
2.
full success.
Fuck yeah, we're learning
All
nothing.
right, so Jasper comes down out of the tunnel behind his office that drops down below the Astral Plaza. He steps into the popcorn. The popcorn shark immediately smells blood in the water, runs up, and I feel like there's a moment where it's like, have you seen videos of little cats just kind of like real rapidly springing at something?
Oh, perfect, yes.
I feel like it's like that. You just kind of pop out of the popcorn, hit him once in the face, and just get the bag over his head, and you just drag him to the ground.
Yep, and it's like, feck you and your magic cat hating ass. And I've got the burlap sack like wrapped in opposite directions, opposite ends around his neck, and I'm just dragging him towards the window by it.
I almost feel like you kind of rolled it down like a tube sock just to wrap around him.
There's this thing in judo though where you choke somebody with the clothing that they're wearing, and since I added some clothing, I'm basically initiating that where you just pull in opposite directions and you're using everything they're wearing against them, and so he's choking as he's being dragged towards the window, and I'm just cursing
that's
at him.
fitting though, like getting choked by the burlap sack and his suit, like betrays like his own bad tailoring.
It's good tailoring.
Top 2, do you want to go up the ladder first, or do you want me to go up?
Knowing instinctively that things can only be going according to plan in the room above, I am actually going to do a small amount of improvising. I'm going to wave Rosmo up the ladder first, even though I had originally held that spot for myself.
Make sure you hold the ladder.
And as Rosmo clambers up the ladder, now you may remember we swung into like the home dungeon or dungeon depot to buy this ladder on the way here, right? And as everybody knows, at every dungeon depot at the checkout line, they have all the little snackage and stuff. So, very conveniently, while purchasing the ladder, I impulse bought another thing of Jiffy Pop. So as Rosmo clambers up the ladder, I put Pipesy to work on my Dungeon Depot Jiffy Pop.
Okay, that's going to take a minute. While Rosmo is climbing the ladder and you are starting to warm the Jiffy Pop, I want to go check in with Lorelai and Daphne, who we covered in the previous episode. It takes about an hour to set up the ritual to do a Freaky Friday. One thing we didn't cover in the previous episode, where is Listeria?
I am certain we have Listeria. Like, we can't afford to lose her. Like, she's kind of integral to this whole shenanigan. I think it's safe to say that Emish would have left us a bag of his fancy magic cat treats. Is that correct?
Had you not said it, I was already on that page.
Excellent.
So yes, definitely.
Same brain
I
cell.
believe that was discussed. I'm not certain, but I feel like that was discussed.
Although I definitely left them with Daphne.
Yeah.
No offense.
That's fair. I would too.
So, Daphne, you have a exceptionally large cat who is just like clinging to you, and like every time you turn around, swatting at your feet, just going,
Give me the cube. Give the cube.
I'm gonna guess the Listeria actually only touches her once. Because she can't turn that up. She can't turn that on and off.
That's
true. Oh no.
Okay, but I do have to say, I had a cat who would lick a light bulb, get startled that she got burned, and then immediately lick the light bulb again. And I think she might be smarter than a magic cat, so I'm very concerned about the status of perhaps singed pawpaws on this little magic cat friend.
I think that's a valid concern. I feel like Listeria isn't going to keep batting at you until they are dead, obviously. Like, that would be a bad option. But they will just sit and, like, swat at your hooves, and...
What the fuck? Why is this one hot? This is bullshit. Big Rabbit, give me the cubes. I want them.
I mean, have you earned the cubes yet?
Yes.
No, you haven't.
Yes.
Here, let's work on some little tricks, yeah? Daphne, can I have a couple of those?
Of course. Hand over a couple cubes.
You feel an ethereal, like, magic hand pawing at your hand, trying to get the cubes from it, Daphne.
I think we do, like, the predator handshake to, like, pass off the fucking treats. I will take that point of fire damage. That is fine.
Mhm.
I feel like we are now officially a gaming podcast because we did a predator handshake. So good job, guys. It took us 7 episodes, but we're there.
You're welcome. Here for you. Get the treats, and I think I'm going to try to, like, teach this cat sit to keep it occupied while Daphne does magic shit.
God, I wish there was something like animal handling in this game. It's not even defy danger, because the cat isn't a danger to anything other than
I
itself.
think we proved in previous episodes that these magic cats are in fact dangerous.
All right, then defy danger charisma.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I have okay charisma,
Yeah, but the consequences are going to be spicy now.
but I love consequences. What's an 8?
Okay, that'll be a mixed success. I feel like you managed to consistently get it onto a command where you tell Listeria to sit, and Listeria will sit. Never looking the correct direction, never, anything like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
And the second you offer the treat, they are entirely too eager to get it, so it's a finger bite in the process.
Ah, gosh, gentle teeth. We've been over this Listeria.
No.
Gentle teeth, or you don't get any more treats.
More cubes or more bites, your choice.
Well, then no cubes and no bites. That's my decision.
You're gonna take 2 points of damage as this cat launches itself at you. Good news, though, that's gonna get you the blood that you need.
Oh, hey! See, I was being useful. You're welcome. I will eat
You had a
those
master
points
plan.
of tasty dammies.
You retain possession of your cubes, but you are slashed the fuck up.
That's fine.
You have now the blood that you need in order to complete the ritual. You have the cat. Daphne, go ahead and roll just plus int for me for setting up the ritual.
That's a 9.
For the most part, it goes pretty successfully. Everything is pretty smooth. Everything sets up the way that it's supposed to. There's a couple of little sigils that you have to draw on the ground with chalk, and one of them you can't quite figure out, like, how many points the star is supposed to have or something. That, like, the book that you found was really unclear about it. One image showed a star with 5 points and one showed a star with 7 points, and like trying to split the uprights on that is weird because making a 6-pointed star is a whole different thing, and it's going to take you a little bit of extra time to get the ritual correct because you just can't get that one sigil. With the complications I'm about to introduce to the ladder crew, timelines should line up pretty neatly. So that's good.
Should?
Depends on if there's a fancy moment for me to throw in a roll of 0.
Yep, y'all picked that.
I was suddenly beginning to worry about these consequences.
No regrets.
You should be very worried about those consequences. That's going to be bad when I choose to pull it. Yeah. So you guys, you have the cat distracted and entertained in such a way that it is not going to interfere with the ritual. You have the ritual underway. Unless there's anything else that you guys want to do with that moment, I'm going to check back in on the street team and see what's going on there.
I am curious, like, what the setup looks like. Daphne, like,
Oh, good
I'm
question.
just curious.
Am I controlling, like, the image of it? I thought I was following a diagram.
Yeah, but what is the diagram?
Have you like laid out little LED light strings on the ground or what?
Oh, fuck yes.
It's going to be candles and probably unnecessary flower petals for ambiance. Some of them were absolutely singed. Some of them are probably still on fire. And yeah.
We have to keep replenishing them because they keep burning up, so...
I feel like there's an element of, like, the ritual that you saw in the book looked like every stereotypical, like, every time you watch a slasher flick where there's a witch who does something spooky, that's what it looked like, and Daphne is instead making it aesthetic TM. Right?
It's very Pinterest-worthy.
Yes.
Glitter. Glitter
Fantasy
everywhere.
Yes. Glitter everywhere. Anywhere that you can embellish the sigils with a little heart or a smiley face, you do.
Little flame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that plays. That makes perfect sense to me. Back to the alleyway. The guard wearing Lorelei's bolo tie sees Rosmo starting to scurry up the ladder, sees Taku pull out his tin of Crazy Eddie's... What do we call it? Crazy Eddie's
Poppin' corn.
Poppin' Corn, I don't remember what the name was now, and that was not that long ago.
Do they sell the name brand shit at Home Despot?
Home Despot, that's what it was. Thank you.
No, they only sell Crazy Eddies.
Oh.
Being fair, Crazy Eddies is good.
Oh.
It's Crazy
Is
Eddies.
Crazy Eddie's the brand name or is it the
No.
generic? Oh.
No, Crazy Edwards is the brand
It's
name.
clinically insane, Edward. Yeah.
Oh, you were talking about the super high-end shit.
The Ghirardelli is a popcorn.
It's like $3 a tin, but it's worth it.
The bag is like lined with spices, so it's like flavored popcorn properly. That releases as it cooks.
The guard in the alley, he turns towards the door, opens it, shouts something into it, and he starts walking towards you, Taku. I know that you had your canned response ready. I'm going to say that you deliver your line.
Window repair, Gov.
He looks at you and he goes, I didn't know that we'd called someone to fix the window quite so quick. I would have thought someone from upstairs would have come and told me this was happening. I don't see a window either. Usually if you're going to replace a window, you got to have a window, right?
Well, I mean, we gotta take out the old sill, and then we gotta look around, see what we can work with. Like, this isn't going to be done tonight, but you gotta like take a look around. Then I gotta go back to get some
You're
of my
on
boys.
the ladder, right? Are you just talking down to him from like
Absolutely.
the ladder?
Absolutely.
Rosmo talks down to
This is the
everyone.
tallest Rosmo has ever been.
High with power.
Rosmo, you were in no way being addressed and had actually gone unnoticed, so you are now actively involved in this scene.
Anyways, I gotta go on up. So talk to my buddy.
You were here before, weren't you?
I can't hear you. I'm too high up the ladder.
It's unlikely he was here previously. This crew just got into town this morning for the window job. We had to outsource specialists. This type of glass is actually hard-hammered out of popcorn kernels, which is why we've already started the work here.
I would like you to defy danger with charisma, please.
Oh my god, fucking boxcars!
I am like readying to drop a hammer just immediately below me, just in case.
Please inform me when Jasper has been passed from Emish to Rosmo.
I assumed it would be kind of like a joint effort to like shimmy down without the body in the bag.
I think yeah, there's the way I see that happening. We'll come back to your boxcars in a second here, Mike. The way I see that happening is kind of you're dragging this barely conscious dwarf a third of the way in a bag to the window and handing the head end and the bag to Rosmo and just kind of getting the bag to roll up him. Does that kind of jive with what you have in mind?
Yeah, that seems about
Okay.
right. The only part that threw me off is I completely forgot that Jasper was a dwarf. I just thought his race was asshole. So
That's a sub-race of
now,
dwarf,
thank you
yeah.
for making me reaware.
No, he's-
like that's
he's-
now
The
I
ass
know what's going on.
Yeah.
He is not just
The
an
ass
asshole. He is a whole dwarf with arms and legs and everything. There's more than just asshole there.
Good to know. Thank you. Thank you. That's why we keep you around.
Putting that down in my bestiary.
Yes, dwarf.
Just an asshole as a creature.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so with boxcars, Mike, I'm tempted to have this throw the complication your way and cash in that one roll on the Devil's Deal, but this isn't high enough stakes for me.
Sure you want to do that, Nick?
Too soon.
It's not high enough stakes yet.
I mean, it's funny because it's
Yeah,
boxcars, but
Turn that crit into a crit fail. That is as funny as it could be. However, there's going to be a more rewarding moment.
Mike has a lot of boxcars. Like, I'm pretty sure Nick can make this worse.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Mike, I'm going to say that as you are you are starting to, you're using Pipesy to start to heat the tin of Crazy Eddie's popping corn.
Which, coincidentally, also helps cover up the sound of struggle coming from above.
The corn is just starting to pop as you make your lie. This dude looks. It's kind of like that moment in It's Always Sunny where it's just like, that sounds wrong, but I don't know enough to dispute it, so I can't. And he just kind of, corn glass. Yeah, I've heard of that. That makes perfect sense to me. Yeah. Okay, well, if you guys need anything, I'm gonna be right over by the door.
Yep, high fructose corn glass.
Yeah. Wait, yeah. I'll be by the door. You know, you guys let me know if you need anything. You know, I'm sure the crew up in the office up there, they'll be happy to see someone working on the windows. So, good job. Thank you for being so prompt.
thank you for being such an attentive and effective guardian of this establishment. It's important to maintain our jobs, our security, and our ability to do future work. I really appreciate you.
Go off and fuck yourself.
Skill issue, Nick.
Yeah, exactly. Rosmo,
Yup.
you make it to the top of the ladder, and you see the popcorn shark emerge.
With his prey.
Oh, Jesus.
You see the bright orange mohawk. You see the burlap sack struggling behind him. Emish, how are you handing this bastard off?
I basically, as I've been dragging Jasper through, like I actually tied the two ends into a knot, and I hand that off to Rosmo, and just look at him squarely in the eye and go, "There's no way this is going to work unless we have a distraction. You take Jasper. I've got this."
Wait, no. I think
You're not the one who improvises.
we
He is now.
We got this. We got this. It's fine. You know, you look like a popcorn shark right now. Did you know popcorn sharks can detect like a single drop of butter in a popcorn field a mile away? That's not important right now.
That's right. But I'm about to look a wee bit different. And I pull this string on my suit, and everything falls away. Everything. And you just have a buck-naked Emish, and he pulls a jar from his pocket, and he tells Rosmo, he's like, "When you take Jasper, don't forget my clothes. This is my favorite outfit."
I'll just put it in the bag with Jasper.
And he tears off through the halls with his jar, breaking it open, and smearing it all over his naked body.
So we now have a greased leprechaun.
We now have a greased leprechaun, and Emish always carries bacon grease on him because it makes everything taste good, and he loves to cook. And he's screaming through the halls as he goes. He's gone full John Bender in Breakfast Club. It's, "I want to be a fake horde ranger, live my life on sex and danger," and he's just tearing ass.
I'm guessing, like, punching every door on the way past, trying to get everyone in the building's attention.
Yeah. Any banner, anything he can fuck up along the way that just shows the line of his destruction. We needed a clear distraction to make sure this bullshit window job worked, which is why Emish agreed to it in the first place.
We need to call this the full blockbuster. Not necessarily this episode, but the heist, right? Because we've had a Freaky Friday, we've had a real genius, now we've got a breakfast club.
Like, we're hitting the cinema greats. I'm really into this. I'm gonna let you make the call on this. You are either making a charisma roll because you are deceiving people, or you are making a strength roll for leaving as much damage as you can, or a dex roll trying to dodge the people inside the casino.
I mean, I gotta do Path of Destruction. I'm trying to draw as much attention as humanly possible.
2d6 plus strength for me then.
All
Meanwhile, Rosmo, you now have a bagged dwarf being handed to you. He is slightly conscious. Give me a...
I'd punch him again.
Okay.
That's a perfectly
I mean,
reasonable response.
I would say in normal
I want him
circumstances,
unconscious.
Yeah, sure. In normal circumstances, I would call this hack and slash, but he is in a bag and he can't really defend himself, so go ahead and do damage.
I forget the hammer is in my head.
You're punching him with a
You
hammer.
can't die yet.
Am I just doing the damage
Hammer
dice?
punch?
What's my damage dice? There it is. I found it.
I mean, if he does die here, at least the quest is over.
Yeah.
But I really want a Freaky Friday him. I want a mascot.
Me too.
All right. I only do like 4 damage. That's fine.
You still have the hammer in hand, and you just kind of swing into the bag, and there's a brief, like, wiggle, and then it just kind of stops moving. Not like in the it stopped breathing kind of way, but in the he might not be conscious anymore way.
It's not like blood damp or anything, right? Like it's still.
No, you're okay.
Okay, well, it's fine. I didn't break anything important.
Yeah, nothing went to hell that wasn't a cat.
All right, so going back down the ladder. I have a man in the bag.
Oh, whoa. I apologize. I gotta get Benna on this for a second. Did you pick up Emish's clothes or not? Because
I put him in the bag.
Okay, all right.
I put him in the bag with Jasper. We'll sort
Perfect.
that out later. I hope you didn't have anything fragile in there.
We already removed the
No?
bacon grease, so...
The leftover residue from the Magic Hat treats.
Good gag.
As you are working your way down the ladder, carrying a bag that is about your size, Rosmo, and about your weight, Rosmo. I would like you to make a strength roll, please.
I mean, rather than dropping the hammer, can't you just drop the jasper on the guard?
We don't need to yet.
2 birdies, 1 stone.
2 birdies, 1
I just think
bird.
that would be more efficient.
An 8.
No, that's going to be a 1.
Yep.
Do I drop Jasper or do I just fall over? Does the ladder fall down? Does the ladder just collapse?
This is going to be the worst of all scenarios. The ladder folds, and you are now in free fall, and you have dropped Jasper.
So I think this heist is going great.
Yeah, the consequences that were the reason why. If I'm going, ugh, maybe we shouldn't. Because I'm usually the one going, yeah!
Counterpoint, when you are like, this is too far, that is the moment we have to commit.
It is.
Yeah.
It is so rare that we get to go on a bandwagon that you didn't start. It's like, gotta.
I'd like to
There
make a
isn't
roll to catch the bag of Jasper.
What's that?
I'd like to make a roll to catch the bag of Jasper.
Let's call that a defy danger roll.
Not the Rosmo, the Babbage Jasper.
Rosmo will be fine.
That's fine. I can take the hit.
Taku has his priorities in the right order.
I can't think of any way that this would be anything other than a dexterity roll, but if you can think of something, sell it to me.
I think it should be a constitution roll because I have a lot of leathery body, and I mostly am just trying to put that between Rosmo and the hard pavement. The difference is whether or not I'm adding 0 or +1 to this, just so,
I think I'm going to stick to the hard line on this one. With this being the absolute worst outcome, this is going to be a dex check for you to get underneath the bag.
Okay. Hey, somebody blow on the dice real quick. Come on, give me somebody. Dean, blow on the dice. Thank you, Anna. All right, that's respectable. That's an 8.
Could have been worse.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been a lot worse. Still not great.
Catch him, but I lose Amish's G-string.
On a 7 to 9, you will stumble, hesitate, or flinch. The GM will offer you a worse outcome, a hard bargain, or an ugly choice.
Ugly choice every time.
Oh, you don't get to pick.
Oh, come
Yeah.
on, it said you would offer
Not
me
your,
one
not
of
your
those.
choice
Okay,
of
fine.
one.
Yeah, I will offer you one of those. So here's the hard bargain. You are fixated on Rosmo. You are fixated on Jasper. You are trying to decide which one of these 2 falling dwarves to save.
It's not a hard decision.
Wow. Then I think I know how this is going to play out. You can get under the bag, but it's going to hurt. You are going to take, we'll call it, you and Jasper are
Dwarf
each
D6
going to
damage.
take, what's that? Dwarf D6 damage? Very good.
Thrown.
I'm going to say that you and Jasper are going to split 2d12 damage.
I'll take the full 2d12, all of it on me. Put it on Yelevastin.
No, you and Jasper are going to split it.
If that hammer ends up meaning that Jasper dies in this fall, I want to note that is not a mixed success. That's a failure.
Absolutely.
No, that's Rosmo's failure.
Rosmo, as you are falling, you are going to take 2d10 damage.
2d10?
2d10.
You're fine.
Minus their defense, yeah?
Yeah, minus any armor that you've got.
Thank goodness, because I think both of you have some of that.
2d10?
2d10.
2 of them?
You're falling from a 3rd-story window.
Yeah, I mean, that happens all the time.
Yeah, but like 2d10?
Yeah,
2?
I'm being pretty gentle about this.
Are
You
you?
know those consequences I warned y'all about
Yeah.
a while back when you were like, heck yeah, let's do this. And I was like, maybe
Devil's
not.
deal. This is going to be awesome.
Enjoy, guys.
All right, while you guys are calculating your dammies,
Dammies.
Emish, you are running bare-assed through the casino.
Yep.
You have made it down to the 2nd floor, to the Cube Farm. Security is beefed up here significantly from when you guys were in earlier.
Fair.
You are butt-ass nude and greased running through the Cube Farm. What are you doing?
What I'm doing is I am maneuvering. In anybody who I don't instantly have their attention, I'm just like running by. And are you familiar with a nut check?
You're just high-fiving people in the nads.
Exactly. Like anybody, it's just that quick whap and smack of the knuckles across the balls to get their attention. I am trying to drive as many people crazy as possible because it is my job to make sure that we succeed. Because this plan was nonsense.
This is bold. Hey, Rosmo, you still alive?
Yeah, I'm good.
All those dice rolling.
I only took 9 damage.
Oh, that's not bad. That's nice. Okay. Taku, how you feeling?
I don't know. Do you want me to roll the damage? I was unclear given that the damage was split between
I would like you to roll all of it. You just roll that damage, and we're We're going to split the damage right down the middle. You're going to take half, and Jasper's going to take the other
So
half.
I'm going to roll 2d12 and then cut it in half.
I thought one of them was going to take one of the d6s, and the other one was going to take one of the other d6s.
Oh, D12.
It's a D12.
D12.
It's a D12.
Oh,
Do you know here try to like
I tried.
get in under the radar?
Trying to half the damage before you half the
Look,
damage
Rosmo
again.
might be a son of a bitch, but Dean's a real homie.
Yeah, so
That's
it's a total of 8, so 4 for me and 4 for the bag of Jasper.
You know what? That could have been way worse. Jasper is still alive.
That wasn't bad at all.
Not by much, but he's still alive.
We can still Freaky Friday!
So I have not actually done like a thing yet, right? I reacted to Rosmo's complete failure to execute my flawless plan, and thus far it is still pretty well preserved, thanks to the impeccable efforts of myself and Emish.
Let's be fair. This is the devil's consequences on your plan, is what has happened.
no, it's on Rosmo. It's fine.
I do kind of love that the assumption is that Emish is still 100% with the plan, even though he deviated thoroughly.
Instantly.
Wildly.
The first chance he had to fuck it all up.
Yeah, there's got to be room for people to express themselves in this shared artistic endeavor we're all engaged in.
I want you to know we're not coming back for Emish. That's your own problem to solve getting out of there.
Oh, yeah.
Vis-a-vis Emish's nudity.
And I wouldn't recommend arriving back without Emish if you want Daphne to stay.
That's valid.
Mm,
I don't think
mhm.
Rosmo knows
See,
that.
I know I got backing. It just wasn't with me on this
He'll
mission.
catch up. Nobody's going to be able to stop him. Like, he's also not carrying a dwarf, and he's not about to be, like, running through,
Yeah.
what was it, 20 cubic feet of popcorn when I finish my casting of Rising Mists.
No one's catching that little man.
So I assume he'll catch up with us well before we get to Daphne and Lorelei. I would like to Rising Mists to fill the area up with popcorn once again, and I assume I don't have to go out of my way to like lay hands on Jasper. I'm literally like, I just caught a sack full of him, and maybe one of my forearm bones broke a little bit, and maybe one of his ribs gave a little bit, but other than that, there shouldn't be anything stopping me from yelling, "Run, Rosmo, run!" and just hauling ass out of the alley.
Yeah.
With Jasper.
No, I think that
Yeah,
is. I do that. I think that's exactly how that should play. Yeah, you finish casting the popcorn mist. You put a little bit of healing into Jasper, and you guys tear ass out of
We
it.
book it.
I just pictured Emish like shooting down the stairwell railings to get to the bottom floor and the doorways as fast as only a greased leprechaun can slide down
I
a
feel like he
railing.
should be extra greasy given that he ran buck naked through all of that popcorn.
Mhm.
He's probably also a little urine scented
Oh.
because I do remember
Well,
like just the prodigious amount of
A
piss.
little.
Yeah,
I was going to the urine scented place, but I did assume that since he greased himself up with the bacon grease and went through the popcorn, that he is like partially covered in popcorn as he's doing all of this. So he looks like this weird popcorn monster just tearing ass
Looks
through
like
the
a bipedal
casino.
chihuahua. Or no, French poodle, like a bipedal French poodle.
Yes.
Does he have like the
Jesus Christ.
He looks like he's been breaded
Okay.
but not
So like
fried.
the popcorn makes like little like smiley faces around his nipples, and he's got the little like big leaf of popcorn.
Sounds about right.
Okay. You've got your bacon grease. You are nut checking every guard that is not being distracted by you.
Yes, specifically anyone. If they're not paying attention to me, they're getting a nut check.
Okay. I feel like this is another defy danger dex. As you're trying to be speedy, but again, if you've got something you wanna sell it as other than dex, please sell it.
I mean, I do still have the ability where when I'm running, nobody can
It's true.
catch me. So I know I'm fast enough to keep them away. So I think the focus should be a little bit more on me nut checking them, which is not necessarily
All right,
dex.
so we can call this strength
You
based.
don't have to hit that hard to successfully nut check a guy.
Or I'll even accept con to just like keep it up because I'm trying to do this repeatedly.
You're tearing through the entire office. Yeah, I would say strength or con. Take your pick.
It's a nutsack marathon, you know.
That did not go well.
Oh no.
Did not go well.
Benny, no.
No, that was bad. So I rolled a 2 and a 1, and I have a +2, which is substantial, but it's not enough to make it mean anything less than a failure.
That's a full failure. I will let you decide which stat that was because they will be different consequences. So was that dexterity or was that constitution?
Oh, it was Constitution. Otherwise, it wouldn't even have been a 5.
So you are tearing through the cubicle farm, running into a group of guards and sack tapping them here, cannonballing through cubicle walls there. And you kind of smash into one of these cubicle walls. You topple over, desks and filing cabinets, and something just kind of catches you off, and you trip and fall, and the guards are on you.
All right.
We're going to check back in with Lorelei and Daphne. You guys have a cat. You have a ritual. I will say that at this point, you are 2/3, maybe 3/4 of the way done with setting up this ritual. Is there anything, are you guys feeling good about this plan? Is anybody worried? Are you just ready to rock with this cat?
I think Lorelei is sitting on a crate and has her legs kicked up, and she's just playing with the cat, and she's kind of talking at Daphne. What do you think about a little 3-piece suit for the guy? That'll be cute, right? Just a little tiny one.
What are you guys doing to teach it the words for the Freaky Friday ritual?
Oh shit! Yeah, we were supposed to do that.
Oh.
I got distracted because the kitty is so cute, and I just want to dress it up in cute little outfits.
We could always do the good old-fashioned bribe method, but they have to mean it, don't they?
Was that specified?
It was. Yeah.
Otherwise, it's
Okay.
deception.
Yeah, I think Lorelei will need to be brought back on track. If I recall correctly, the idea was to convince Listeria that being Jasper would be way cooler.
Yes.
Thumbs, that's good. Money with which to buy more treats. Jasper sucks. I have no idea how we're going to convince this cat that it wants to be Jasper.
Just lie.
Jasper has enough money to pay for infinite
That's
treats.
true.
Right? So just break it down for the cat in the simplest to understand method. Jasper has access to infinite treats and comes to feed himself.
Also, I think one of the biggest features with Magic Cats is power over.
How many
other
Magic Cats
cats.
does Jasper have in his
Valid.
quote-unquote employ? At least a dozen, right?
Boss
Yeah.
Magic Cat.
Yeah, it was security at the fucking
So
casino,
I
yeah.
would say between Daphne and Lorelei, make a charisma check as you're trying to convince this cat.
Okay.
Daphne's going to do the damn thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's a 9 + 2.
All right, that's an 11.
Tasty.
You sell this case to the cat. You explain the compelling reasons to want to be this shitty little dwarf over being a really cool magic cat. And the cat kind of sits and ponders it for a moment and just looks at the two of you and says,
I wish Jasper knew what it was like to be this.
Good job, little kitty. Lorelei will give the cat 2 different cubes.
Ooh, delicious.
See, you get all the delicious cubes, and you're gonna get even way more snacks when you become Jasper.
My minions will bring me so many cubes.
So many. And you know what? You can deny them all the cubes you want.
All the cubes for Jasper Listeria.
Yeah, see, you got it. You're doing so great. Now, what do you think about a little bowler hat, Daphne? I think that would just look so cute. No, you're so cute. Yes, you are. You are so cute. Oh, don't do that.
back in the business offices, Benny, you have 5 or 6 guards on top of you. They can't get a hold of you because you are a greased up, 1'9", 30 to 40 pound cannonball.
Yep.
How are you extricating yourself from this situation? I will say that your bullshit Olympian move won't come into play. You're like the Juggernaut. Once you start moving, you can't be stopped.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair. I'm not arguing that at all. I would never do that.
I love your bullshit Olympian move. It is still a bullshit Olympian move.
Well, there's another bullshit Olympian move that I'm going to invoke
Hell
right now.
yes.
Do it.
And that's Born a Champion. When you stake your god's favor in a competition against others, hold 2. You may spend hold to reroll up to 2 dice, 1 per hold, and use the result. So I'm looking to break free, and my thought is that Emish is just in there right now, and he's like, no force can feckin' stop me. It's none of you are from the Fey Courts. The Fey Courts is the mightiest thing that's ever existed in any realm. And I'm going to break free! And he just fucking flails out with everything he's got. And I'm gonna see if I can get this moment to.
Is it like the Matrix 2, where like Neo just like bursts out of all the Agent Smiths? Yeah,
a little bit.
Yes.
You are not wrong at all. 100% on the money
Except
team.
just much tinier and much more naked
And much angrier.
and much more greasy.
Much funnier, for sure.
I mean, I always felt like the 1 should have been smaller anyway. Like he's the lowest number above 0. So yeah. Oh, well, thank God, because that was a rather lousy roll. So I'm gonna re-roll one of them. And that now makes it a 12.
Yeah.
That is a full success. All right, these guards are trying to pin this tiny, angry, naked man down. And just, you flex with everything that you've got, and you physically throw these guards off of you. Emish is loose. What is the tiny, naked, angry man doing?
Oh, he's bolting for everything he's got, but before he does so, he looks back, and he just tells them yeah, you could never defeat me. The reason why is because you're from Van Demon's Land, and I'm a Fey Quarter. And what they don't know, but Emish knows, is Van Demon's Land is what the Fey Court people consider every realm that is not the Fey Courts. That is where people get sent to die or be punished. Everyone there is a demon.
You are able to tear ass out of there, cross the rest of the cube farm, find the stairs down into the corridor behind the casino itself. Are you heading out the service exit, or are you heading out onto the casino floor?
Casino floor first.
I love you so much, Benny. You make the worst decisions, and I love it.
Taku made this beautiful bed of corn for you that you have just decided to completely go on a side quest away from.
And Emish has switched songs at this point as he's running through the casino front area, trying to make it his way out the front doors. And it's on the rocky road to nothing, Factulari Rai. He's just yelling this with everything he's got.
I'm assuming you're taking down any of the gaming machines or tables or anything that you can along the way.
Is the utmost destruction that a tiny, tiny man can achieve.
I would call for another strength roll, but at this point, the guards are so distracted already that they're not even going to be able to stop you anymore. You continue your path of terror through the casino floor. You smash everything that you can on the way out. And there is a pretty clear line. It's kind of serpentine, but it is a very clear line where Emish has been. You come out onto the street in front of the Astral Plaza Casino. Still butt naked, still covered in debris and popcorn and bacon grease and butter and. What are you doing to rally back up with Rosmo and Taku?
Well, first off, with that whole description, it sounds like it's just Tuesday.
Naked Emish Tuesday, yeah.
Emish is, if he feels like he's clear at this point, and I'm happy to do like a discern realities or what have you to try and gauge that. But if he thinks he's clear, he's heading back towards where the ritual's going to happen.
So you're just cutting back towards the warehouse.
Maybe a straight line one way and then a hard cut over, just so maybe most of the popcorn and butter could kind of fall off before somebody could trail
is there
it.
like a fountain nearby, like a public fountain?
Cool.
I mean, considering what the Astral Plaza is,
Take a quick little bath. Take a quick little shower.
there's definitely a water feature out front of the Astral Plaza.
Oh, well, I'm just going to fey-foul that fountain.
Fey foul that fountain.
It's better than him showing up to the warehouse like that.
Covered in piss and fucking popcorn.
We'll never get the magic hat to do what we want when it's got bacon grease to eat.
I will say the fountain will cut the debris off of the bacon grease, but it won't cut the grease off the Emish.
Yeah, that's
Well,
fair.
I mean, we have a literal salt lick for the cat.
Ew.
All of that said, all of the complications have been overcome at this point. Your devil's deal is resolved. You catch up with Taku and Rosmo. You basically round the back of the come out of the fountain, come around the side of the building as they're waiting for you to jump out into the pillow of popcorn. You just round the corner in a what are we waiting for kind of manner, and you guys can narrate your own travel back to the warehouse from here. You are out of danger as far as you can tell.
Someone's going to come and interview the guard about, like, what even happened? And he's going to be like, I know, they left all the window replacement materials just piled in the alley and took lunch. What is up with these union contractors?
Of course he'd blame the union, the piece of bitch.
The Knights of Capitalism, after all.
I mean, if the jackboot fits.
Yeah, quite honestly.
I mean, if it doesn't fit on your foot, it may fit down your throat.
I am trying to get us to a point where we can wrap the episode. So, how are you guys getting back to the warehouse? Are you just surface streets, here we go?
I mean, we're Scooby-Dooing with a body in a bag. That's how we get that.
We should have brought a cart with
Perfect.
us in hindsight, like throw
Every
this in.
so often, whenever passerby are a little too curious about us running with this sack, probably a body, I'll be like, we gotta get those potatoes there quick! Hurry, Rosmo, hurry!
Express potato delivery.
You guys pull up in front of the warehouse with your express potato delivery. You let yourselves in to see a now fully formed ritual circle. You see Listeria practicing the words, I wish Jasper knew what it was like to be Listeria. You set your sack of bloodied dwarf down on the ground, and I think that is a perfect spot to end this episode. All right, you can find us on Instagram and Tumblr at highintlowwizpod. Feel free to shoot us an email at highintlowwizpod@gmail.com. Please give us a review on your podcast platform of choice. Give us as many stars as you feel we deserve, or a lot more.
I mean, yay! Yes, sorry.
I'm telling you, just the fucking harpoon gun leveled at the dick. Like, that'll solve our problems.
Exactly.
We'll come back next week as we patch up and then torture Jasper to say the words we need him to say and mean
It'll
them.
at least be very funny.
You know what Lorelai won't do? Shoot a magic cat in the dick with a harpoon gun.
So if you were a magic cat, maybe you'd be okay.
You don't know Lorelai.
Yep.